Mike Smith now joined by head coach Jerre Cole of the men's basketball team. Coach, of course, coming off of an exceptional season last year where he picked up 26 wins, second most in a single season here at Highland. Of course, the national tournament run as well for you. But you bring back some guys with experience this season, bringing some transfers and a good group of freshmen, it seems like, too. And what are you kind of looking forward to the most coming up with the upcoming year?
Well, we've got a lot of experience, whether it was here or somewhere else. So, it's going to be fun to see this team come together. It's going to take some time. Everybody thinks that it'll gel right away, and it hasn't done that yet. But we have the potential to be very good. So it's exciting to think about what could be.
What have you seen from the guys, obviously, that are coming back here with experience with you? I mean, obviously, Dre and Jaquan, 2 years underneath their belt here with you, and then Taiveyhon and DJ last year.
Well, those guys are really solid. They understand what's expected. They play on a different level most days than what the other guys are capable of doing, just because, number one, they know what tomorrow brings, and number two, they've been toughened up through this program, and so they're fun to watch day in and day out just because they know what they're doing.
Obviously, season fast approaching here this week, but what have you seen from the guys as far as growth in practice?
Well, the last couple of weeks have been a little bit of a struggle, but we've gotten better. I think we get better on a week-in, week-out basis. It's just a matter of getting to games now and seeing where our slippage, see where our mistakes are at. The guys are really wanting to get to that point, and so Thursday's going to tell us a lot about ourselves. Even if we go out and we win big, we're going to make a lot of mistakes.
Looking at the guys, obviously, that are new to the program, either transferring in or freshmen, how have you seen them adjust so far? I mean, obviously, games haven't happened yet, but adjusting so far to your coaching style and, obviously, things that, Highland brings.
Well, there's a gap. There's a gap between true freshmen and guys that have actually been off the school. When you're just a freshman, I kind of brought it up earlier, you don't know what tomorrow brings. You think you do, but you really don't. And, they'll try to pretend, but those are the guys that hit the wall first. So we've really got 9 guys that have either played here or played somewhere else and are older guys. So it's, most of the time you can tell who's brand new and who's not.
Coach, best of luck to you and the guys with the upcoming season, and looking forward to it.
I appreciate it. I'll take a look.
Mike Smith now joined by Taiveyhon Mason, a returning sophomore for the Highland men's basketball team. T, of course, you return as only one of a couple guys that played last year, but a few other guys are back with some experience on top of that. But how is Coach maybe relying on you so far to be a leader in practice?
I got to lead. I got to be very vocal because we got a lot of new guys, and just show them the route.
You were able to ball out pretty good last year as a freshman at the college level, and it takes some adjustment, obviously, to move up to this level. But how do you feel that your freshman season was for you?
I think I had a good season, but I could have did better, but I think I had a pretty good season.
Obviously, going to the national tournament was a pretty cool experience, winning the region championship. What's the goals coming into this year?
Make it back. Make it back. No losses at home, win a conference championship and a region championship.
What are you looking forward to the most with the upcoming season being your sophomore year?
I want it to be a big season. I want to go back to nationals, and I want to win it all this year.
Any personal goals coming into this season for you?
Lead the conference in assists and steals.
Nice. Well, last year you had 5th most in a single season in school history in assists, so maybe you can move up that ladder this season.
Yeah, I want to move that up too.
Taiveyhon Mason joined us, of course, a sophomore from the Highland men's basketball team. We'll chat with some of the more of the guys, of course, coming up. Mike Smith now chatting with Jaquan Daniels, a sophomore for the Highland men's basketball team. And, of course, you come back now after a redshirt season last year, but playing 2 years ago with this Highland basketball team. But what's Coach been kind of maybe preaching in practice so far that maybe you and some of the other older guys have had to relay to some of the freshmen?
Basically, he been telling me just be a leader and try to help the freshman guys throughout practice and games so we can get better.
You obviously have 2 years underneath your belt under Coach Cole, and how is that going to help you, coming into your, official sophomore campaign?
It's really going to help a lot. Being here 2 years of experience, doing a lot of things, so I'll be ready for the first game and many more.
Well, you were pretty darn good in your freshman year. I know you averaged double figures, that season. What do you remember from that maybe you have worked on over the course of last year that you feel like you got better at?
Inside, outside game, and defense a little bit more.
What are you looking forward to with the upcoming season? Obviously, you were around for the tournament last year to get there, but you weren't playing. I'm sure that maybe is something that wants to drive you to be able to be on the court this time.
Just make it as far as they went. Try to go to nationals and win it all.
Anything that you're looking forward to personally as far as goals go with the season?
Just being a better person around my teammates and coaches and family and friends.
Hey man, best of luck with the season coming up, and looking forward to seeing you and the guys hoop it up.
Thank you.
Mike Smith now joined by Andre Jackson, and Andre, of course, redshirt last year, but played 2 seasons ago, so a couple years now underneath your belt under head coach Jerre Cole. And I asked some of the other guys I talked to, about leadership, and I'm sure that coach is relying on you to be a leader so far too.
Yeah, he depends a lot on us to see how the drills go and show the freshmen how it's working on.
You were able to put forth a pretty darn good freshman season a couple years ago, I know, and started mini games that season as well. But what is something that you've kind of worked on in your game over the course of last year to kind of get better?
Well, I was more of a 4 freshman year, so I've been working on my perimeter game, outside shots, all that type.
Season last year was a pretty darn good one. You were around for it, but I know you're probably hungry to just play in that season and go to nationals. And is that kind of obviously one of the driving forces for you and the guys to get back to that point?
Yeah, that's one of our goals, to make it back to the tournament, make a deeper run this year, and I'll just have a good season.
Anything particularly when you look at the season, for yourself individually that you want to kind of strive for?
Just to improve off of my freshman year. I feel like I played good, but I could play way better, and I'm ready this year to prove myself.
What have you seen from some of these guys that have come in? I mean, obviously a couple of transfer guys here with you, and then now some freshmen too, but it seems like the team's got a lot of good length, but some experience on top of that.
Yeah, we more of a guard-oriented, so, it should be faster pace, more points on the board, more wins.
That's the hope, of course, more W's. Last year was 26, hopefully a few more than that, and a trip back to the national tournament as well. Dre, thanks for taking the time, and best of luck this season, man.
Thank you.
Mike Smith now joined by DJ Doakes, another sophomore returner for the Highland men's basketball team. DJ, you return with T, of course, as the guys that played last year, but a couple other guys in Dre and Jaquan, of course, back with experience. And how has Coach maybe relied upon you guys to be leaders thus far?
He's really looking for us to be tough, show our toughness in practice, because that's one of his main things. He likes tough players. He wants us to be tough in practice, and he just wants us to work hard and keep our energy going, and keep everybody else going.
Seems like a pretty good group of guys that have some experience, transfers in, but the freshman guys seem pretty hungry as well. And how have you kind of seen team chemistry come along thus far in practice?
It's just the energy. The energy is always really, really good in practices, and we've been having really good energy so far this year, and so I just hope we keep that going.
Of course, obviously feeding off of the success from last year. I know that the returners obviously want that again, but how have you kind of maybe told the guys or some of the other guys that they have been able to see what this program's done and know that they want to kind of strive for that this season too?
Well, we're always in the gym getting shots, and everybody's always working hard, and like you said, we're all hungry, so ready to get back where we were last year.
Any individual goals for you coming into this season?
Just play hard, score more. My shot's been looking really good, so I'm gonna look to shoot more, and so yeah.
Well, DJ, best of luck to you and the guys this season, and looking forward to seeing you hoop it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you.